The Bald Head Island Conservancy was founded in 1983 with the mission to foster community-based barrier island conservation, education, and preservation. Our sea turtle protection program predates the Conservancy's founding as a cornerstone part of our organization. A few valued members of our Nest Monitor program share their experiences as sea turtle caretakers.
When we first came to the island, the gift shop was in the little generator house where Mike's ice is now.
It's a sign that said turtle helpers wanted. And he looked at it and said, that would be kind of a neat thing to do.
We would go and sit on the nest because the fox and the raccoons were awful at the time, and they would go out and as they hatched, they would eat them.
And put some dog hair around the cage because it said the fox would stay away from dog hair.
One time I was sitting on a nest and the fox came between my legs. You have to pop him with your flashlight.
They got stuck in holes. You picked them up, no gloves,
Yeah.
and took them to the ocean because there was no information.
We were not
saying,
educated. People that come out, they have absolutely no idea of what we do or what they do.
It's just making sure that we can educate everybody and have them be respectful of the fact that this is a very special place and that this is one of the areas and locations where the turtles do nest.
And the loggerhead turtles represent a very important part of the scientific endeavors.
I think the biggest part of the job that I see is just being an educator.
From educating people on how important these sea turtles are and how they're part of a prehistoric environment.
As Nest Monitors provide details on how their experiences went, the whole program is sort of tightened and more. We have more information on how better to do this exercise. So we're constantly improving, and this year I'm sure will be no different.
We've transitioned from using white lights to red lights, and now I guess this year we're not using any lights. So
As the science grows, our program will try to keep up with it.
I just see it continuing to be a very vital part of the Conservancy's program and the interests that bring people to the island. As someone who goes to bed very early, I can't believe that I actually volunteered to do something that requires one to stay up very late at night.
I know why I'm out here, because one of those is going to come back here and have another nest.
It's a commitment of time and it's a commitment of patience.
What happens when it hatches is basically you have to not only watch the sea turtles, but watch the people who are watching the sea turtles. So it becomes a kind of an exercise in, I would say, you become biologists and policemen at the same time, and it's a very thrilling activity.
I say it's the Discovery Channel, live in person right here in Bald Head.
To know that that's nature, that they know what to do, and that they go and they come back. It's amazing to me.
From seeing something that looks like nothing really move a little bit, and all of a sudden the boil emerge, and the next thing you know they're all out, and you just wonder how could it happen so quickly. So, and it's so joyful. That's to me the most exciting part.
I mean, it's just when you look at that tiny turtle and know the journey that turtle's going to make, it's pretty incredible. My favorite part of the hatching process at the end of the day is actually the exhibitions. Because people have tears in their eyes. I have had people come up to me and say, you just made my son's bucket list. I've had people I don't know hug me with tears in their eyes.
I would absolutely recommend this. I think watching nature in its purest form is one of the most beautiful things that you can do.
It affects young and old, and regardless of what your profession is, it's just a wonder of life.
Do you want to be involved with our sea turtle protection efforts? Join us at bhic.org.